kungangar ama pikreti coronavirus ko ka sumut kanu manje bajuta nyil bajuta nine bajuta nifa bajuta nine bajuta stek buk kaka ko sumut kanu manje bukana tuku gore banne baji ke bari sumu yene tere gudi ko sumut kati coronavirus tate ten tembe nyaaji baji pikire yon konne vacciner manje annonce na warna pour mana janga yo bangola tanka fanga fa ko sumut kati covid-19
Guluje yimbe ka hore leydi woni ko yetti ndu pikiri coronavirus non ko gonga anda bale anda dani anda paykun anda mawdo wari africans be boy ka hore leydi sabu non ala lekki kono kibaruji welde di woni ndu hebi haray pikiro
Millions of people around the world don't get this vaccine here. Coronavirus not something we do. It not sabi race, it not sabi gender, it not sabi tribe. It don't kill thousands of Africans around the world because it not been get cure. But the good news now, it don't get vaccine. Coronavirus.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Good morning to you all. Welcome back to yet another meeting. I thank you all for showing up to the meeting. Because it is an important thing. I left a message in the WhatsApp group earlier asking you all to listen to it. We are going through transition, we are going through transformation. And as this happens, a lot of changes would take place in the institution. And it's very normal everywhere on the world. Lately, a lot has been happening. A lot of progress have been made positively, but also we have made a lot of, we have taken a few steps back. And we want to make sure that things are addressed and addressed the right way. And as a result, we continue to do it way that it should be, to the best of our ability. My managers and I continue to have a meeting. We are equally answerable to a board of directors. Yesterday evening at 5 p.m., we had a board meeting. Not sure if any of you was around, but we had a meeting with the board. I can hear a lot of noise. You touch anything?
Yeah, I was changing the battery.
Okay. So we had a board meeting yesterday, during which Fatsamba and I briefed the board about the progress that is being made, the challenges forward. One of the things that came up as far as the internship is concerned is to actually now start to ask people to pay for it. Because the reality is, when people don't pay for something, they don't value it. This is something that came from our board yesterday, last night. We want people to be serious. Earlier this month, based on certain things that happened, my team and I made a decision to separate the chaff from the wind. We change and modify certain things. It's a work in progress still, but all of you were asked to update your schedules as to the new standards. Is anybody here who hasn't given their schedule? Is anyone here who hasn't given his or her schedule to the management? Well, if you haven't done so, you better do so, because today is the 1st of September. If you don't, you may not be coming here again. If you have given your schedule as well, you need to make sure that you stick to the script. We would rather have a few people that are serious and are responsible and taking advantage of an opportunity that is rarely available in our country. An opportunity that is as well a privilege that is given to you. It's not a right, it's a privilege. And an opportunity that you claim you needed very much and desperately for that matter. So if given to you, you should take advantage of it and make hay while the sun shines. I want to deal with serious people. I want to deal with serious-minded people. I repeat again, I want to deal with serious people. I want to deal with serious-minded people. If you are serious and you are ready to work and you are ready to learn, you will have skills if you are ready to learn. If you want work and employment and payment, you will get paid. I said it. If any week passes by, every month passes by, and you are an intern, you are not making a single cent from Gambian talents, assess yourself. And I've been saying this, assess yourself. If you are also a staff and we agreed on a basic and you are only going home with that basic, assess yourself. Because people are indeed here who are going and doing wonderful. People are here who are getting 2-3 times more than what they should be getting. I've said it over and over. And I make reference to individuals oftentimes. It is very important that you are honest, that you are truthful, that you are dedicated, you are willing to learn and humble yourself. You will learn a lot of skills if you are dedicated and willing. And you will also get paid. We just did payroll yesterday. And exactly as I told you guys over and over, but Samba and I stay on the phone, and every one of you sitting here, your name come up on at the meeting when we discuss salaries and compensation for people. And it's not based on anything, but input is what determines the output at the end of the day. So let's consider it. Any of you that is involved in projects and projects that bring in money for the institution, be sure that you are going to get paid, whether you are an intern or staff. And there are times that some interns make more money than staff because the interns did quite a bit more. So whatever the case is, I want to encourage you and continue to sing it in your ears. Take advantage of it and make hay while the sun shines. Whoever is here and they are not serious, they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone. Whatever you claim you want to do, that we've supported you on, you need to do. We are very good at supporting you folks and giving you the necessary tools, resources, and equipment and finances to do what you want to do or wish to do. So please stick to your script and do what you need to do. By being serious, it can give you a lot of things. If you come and you are passionate about something or you have a background on something, bring it on. If you bring it on and say, this is what I can do, or this is what I want to do, or this is what I used to do, it is going to help you somewhat. And I want all of you to know that you came from different backgrounds. You came with different skills for different backgrounds, different potentials, whether they are hidden or otherwise. You can definitely take advantage and benefit from it. If you don't believe it, ask Sirif Conte that's sitting there. He came as an Arabic student, an Islamic studies student, before he even started the university. Just wants to do journalism. We created a platform for him to be teaching some students here in the US. It's an opportunity for him. He is learning from them. He is having connections. Just this last Tobaski, they sent him money. The students sent him money. He was honest enough to engage management and engage me to say, Mr. Juf, my students send me money for what I am doing for them, this and that. We were very proud of him. Not only that, I have created another position as my immediate assistant here, the assistant of the Washington West Africa Center. And Sheriff Conte is running that position, is training to run that position right now because of his seriousness and dedication. He is my immediate assistant. He is learning a lot of skills that are related to what he is doing. I want all of you to take advantage of these kind of situations. As we say, Agum, unless Sheriff changes, he has a lot of potentials. He is learning a lot of skills that would take him to the international standards. Is this for free? No. He is learning. And if he proves that he can do it, good luck to him. I want to encourage all of you to follow his footsteps. So far, as I said, Agum. We always say Agum because people flip, people change, and we don't look at anybody's eyes when we say that. So far, so good. He is doing great. If he flips, we flip too. And the opportunity be given to somebody else. Let's step up to the plate. Last week, Wednesday, was a colorful day, a sweet and sour feeling. Adama Sow was leaving. We announced to the staff that are already here that Adama is leaving, especially those doing videography. His position is open. We will leave it through the end of this week and open it up for people to apply for Adama's position. Those of you that are doing videography, the staff, if you don't apply for it, we open it to the rest of the interns. And then if no intern is interested in it, we will open it up to the general public for people to apply. It's a great opportunity. Adama served the institution. You've seen the certificate we made for him. You have seen the recommendation letter we made for him. It was read in front of you guys. You've seen the gifts we gave him and his mom coming to sit down and receive the type of testimony that we all, including all of you, gave about Adama. Is a wonderful feeling. We want to do the same thing for all of you. So kuko am, yako may support. So I want to say that we want people to be serious. You all know what you signed up. You all might have been seeing the studio, the new equipment that came in, how we have moved things around. We are making a lot of changes. A lot of money is spent on these things. Serious business is what we are ready for. It's election season. We all need to be having that orientation to be ready and willing to do things to serve the Gambian public by giving them accurate information. As I said before, we are not going to take anybody going to bring in crude information, raw nuga, and coming to serve the people with the raw nuga. We want people to be able to do what they need to do. Do research, understand your subject matter, whatever you are dealing with as either a journalist or a videographer. We get criticized a lot for the way people act and the things that people do. It backfires a lot of times. Typical example, all these days, I am getting backlash on people calling me, sending me messages, and also commenting on posts that I put out on social media, even if it is not related. Typical example, when the police reported yesterday that they have bag carrying batteries and extra stuff that was picked up from Tata Dinding's funeral. Somebody tagged me on it, and as I responded to it, the next minute people started bombarding me with messages. Mr. Juf, train your journalists to start doing this, start doing that. How can they be asking questions, asking somebody to sing at a funeral? How can they be asking people to sing at a funeral? We follow our due diligence and make a concerted effort to train you guys. You have been trained on so many subjects, so many subject matters. And you need to understand this. The journalists, you have a responsibility. You've been trained on how to use your emotions to know. Using your radar, you've been trained on it. If you use your radar at any point, you should be able to determine. This is a subject we did not even long ago, not even 2-3 months ago. Use your radar. We did it. I broke it down, gave you the meaning of it and what you should do. How you should try to recognize and read the situation, try to assess the situation, recognize, act, and then review the situation. We've made this happen. So if you go to a funeral, you know that it's a funeral. You use your data there, you will know that definitely this is a Muslim culture. It's a sad moment for the family. I'm not supposed to be asking them to sing for me. Is that what happened? That's not the question that we discussed. For example, the people that were there was Sheriff Conte and Senabu that I give questions that we brainstorm questions. Which is Tata Dinding's, which is your best song or most favorite song of Tata Dinding? That you can ask. That doesn't equal to telling the family members of Tata Dinding to sing. When I use it on myself, Mantuma Wapama, I'm dead. Ganyo di ma woylo. It doesn't matter. Even Sushuma Papa way Kadlasa. I don't think it's reasonable. Let's learn to do things and do it the right way. We are giving you guys the opportunity to learn on the field and then make mistake. Them make mistake, you correct them. But some mistakes can be very expensive. Lack of dedication. You may think it's not related, but it's related. Lack of dedication in the sense that I'm a class. People skip the class sometimes. Voila, new class, people don't pay attention, don't take notes, don't care about what is being taught. In fact, thinking it is boring. Like right now, I know most of you think this is boring. The fact that in fair hip same getting the fem fokam, Allah nafalem. Nal natajang, you will get to understand and know a lot of things. You will know how far we are as an institution, what is going wrong, what is going right, what we can fix. So this is where I am going to stop it as far as reiterating what has been said over the past 1 month. We've been singing it in your ears. We really mean business right now. Keep up pare, ganyo join you. Keep up pare, you drop. To your credit, a good number of you are trying. A good number of you are trying with consistency, and it needs to continue. Those that are doing shows need to continue your shows, and not only just do shows that are meaningful, that are contributing, but impacting the Gambian public. Not just Defna's show, like did it. In content that would add value to society and livelihood. That's what we want to see. If you are ready to learn, Sing and Janga, it's not okay. I got a report last week of a family member that called and said one of their family who is here claimed they are coming here 6 days a week. The Fidenio 6 days. As interns, I don't remember any intern that comes here 6 days a week. And if they go in the morning, sometimes they don't come in the evening. Yes, it does happen. Sometimes we have coverages that are long coverages that empower and you all another coverage and you joined it. But that is very rare situation. Most of you stick to your script. Most of you stick to your schedule. When you say you're leaving at 4, you can negotiate, you can masla. If you say you're leaving at 2, you can negotiate masla. So to claim that you are here 6 days a week when you are not is betrayal of yourself, your family, and the institution. And whoever is doing it needs to stop. These are all little things. Johuns family, in fact, we didn't even call them to ask about it. They voluntarily called and said, hey, so and so person said they come to your office 6 days a week. We are trying to confirm if this is true. So Kukone Karida CN, we will tell you about all the different things that are happening. Kukone Karida CN, stop. Sukuyen Hale Jigeni. Altol Mbari Musol. Your families trust you. You cannot use the institution to lie to say, I'm going to Gambian talents, Penyole and Gambian talents. So let's stop it, please. These are some of the things that I wanted to say. I'll open the floor for discussion from you guys. Any questions, comments, concern on the new Gambian talents, the way we are setting up the office, the way we are setting up the studio, what we are ready and willing to do moving on as an institution. Giving your input, Langen Folk, Aliemune Mira, what ideas do you have that would take this to the next level? Then buka ligay rek na fita do ko lek tan de pare ko kola ku pare ligay nga ñoo anda ligay ku pare janga nga ñoo anda janga. A lot has been put into this and it is not negotiable. At this point, we just want to not waste any more time. Every week, Mr. Yusu Kole, dinañ o ñaar ñetta ñenenti nit ñu tok ma address leen ci mo fula saba nani diamundi every week lokumo mbuke diamundi fenna for the same thing that is said over and over and over. It's not okay. So I will leave it at that and open the floor for discussion. Any question, comments, concerns on the new policies, the new rules, the new equipment, the new setup of the office. This is what it is. Because we had a board meeting yesterday, we spent the earlier part of the morning preparing for our board meeting. And as a result, we didn't have the general management meeting. But the issues still remain the same. Some of you have not been consistent for coming. And we gave you a deadline till the end of the month. And we are serious with it. So the floor is open to questions, comments, concerns. However, my managers, if you have any concerns, you can bring them up. Any questions, any comments you want to add, any of the managers that are there, you can come up. Then we actually open it for the rest of the people to come up.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. The only concern I have is I don't know how you are going to fix that one, but for source to happen at their time, at their right time, is very important. If you look at it, most of the time, if you're supposed to have a show, sharp 11, sometimes the show will go after 3 hours or 2 hours, which is very important because if people are following you outside every day, today I'm following your program, is 9 o'clock, for example, and it's very important. Next week I come 9 o'clock. I did not find your program there. Another week again, I might be stopping to follow that program. So I know it's not easy. Videographers are very busy, but I don't know how you guys are going to facilitate this. But it's very important for shows to happen at their normal time.
Thank you very much, Sheriff. That is a very valuable observation. Not only shows, but meetings and everything else. Time is something that we need to drastically work on. I agree. What is responsible for that? Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea what is that? We have to know, okay, shows don't happen on time. Why don't they happen on time? Do you have an idea, or anybody has an idea?
Yes,
Because you
my
are very right.
experience,
Mhm.
my
Go
own
ahead.
experience is that sometimes I don't have to blame the videographers, because sometimes if I'm supposed to have a show at this time, they will be also busy airing something. So at that moment, you have to sit and wait until they are done, or maybe they are doing something else. To my own experience, I'm saying, and I don't have to blame them, but I'm relating this for you guys to see how best you are going to facilitate this for it to
Well,
happen.
be assured that I take every comment, every suggestion, every recommendation serious. I just only ask that it be a truthful, genuine recommendation, and in this case, I believe it is. Every suggestion, every comment, every recommendation, I take it to be serious and adds value, as long as it is truthful, especially. So, based on what you said, if we have scheduled shows, we need to stick to the script. Again, I said earlier that all of you have been taught to use your radar, and this is where it comes in. You assess the situation as a videographer or the people that do the airing and stuff. If you know that this Musada Haba show is scheduled to take place at 4 p.m., Kadi Tures Agakenu Nyameng is scheduled to take place at 3 p.m. or whatever. If you have content that's 1 hour 30 minutes and it is 2:15 p.m., when Kadi's show is supposed to come in at 3 p.m., and this is a question to all of you, is it reasonable? Does it make sense for you to start airing that at 2:15 p.m.? You have a content that's 1 hour 30 minutes and it's 2:15 p.m. Kadi's show is supposed to start at 3. Does it make sense to start airing that?
No.
It doesn't make sense. That's exactly where it comes in. And this is where I again make a concerted effort comes in. I'll be a kata aliala to know the schedules, to know the programs. And the managers, I hope you are hearing. Is any manager around? Is any manager around?
Yes.
Okay. So if you guys are around, I hope you hear this. If you give people assignments or things to air, except it is something that is going to stale. But even with that, this is where the teamwork comes in. You need a program to link your programs with what is happening, unless it is something that is going to stale, unless it is something that far pass it. Like there's a live event, for example, the test that's going on right now. Sometimes those things can happen. We can substitute live programs to things that are happening. Now, Sulolo Hewe, let's say if they say test is happening in Banjo and it's happening at 12 o'clock, Kaditu's at 3 o'clock rather, or at 3:30, and Kaditu's program is at 3. There is nothing wrong with Kadi to go on air and go live and get started. Yen Tanga equipment, the way the equipment are and how we are set out, the institution can go Mungena them live at 5 different events. You have the equipment to go live at 5 different events. When I said it to the board yesterday, the board did not believe it. My board did not believe it. One of the board members is a National Assembly member, Honorable Alaji of Upper Salum. When I said it in the board meeting, he said, he even reminded the board that a few months ago, RTS, the state broadcaster, was in the parliament asking the National Assembly to give them a budget so that they can buy more equipment and enhance their capacity so that they can do more live coverage, especially in the election year. That's what he said. So he was surprised that we are at a level where we can broadcast 5 different events at the same time, simultaneously. Now, how many of you know how to operate those equipment? How many of you among the videographers know how to stream all of these things 100%? kan moo ko si jàng. Most of you only learn basic shooting and editing and not taking it to the next step. Now, those of you doing shows, for example, as I said, if Kaditure's show is to start at 3 o'clock and there is a protest happening in Banjul at 3:30, we should be able to learn to operate the equipment. You connect Kaditure will start our show exactly at 3 o'clock and will link our show to what is happening in Banjul. We need to be doing shows that are consistent with current affairs and current issues. So fekkee ne nit ñi loolu la ñoo dunda yow nga dem indi leneen moo tee jibe la kenn du la seetaan loolu mooy tax ngeen def shows mu am 200 people ngeen def shows ñu ko air live 1 2 3 seetaan. So we need to learn. Still, the thing is learn, and also coordinate efforts. So management, I would want us to improve on the timing issue. As Sirif has said, we need to familiarize ourselves with all the programs and time that they should come. And moving on, I would like to see that being implemented, unless we have an obstacle. If not, we should be able to implement the program. Oftentimes, the network, this guy, they send message to group, then air small program, this time, that time, I need my program air. So thank you very much, Sheriff, for bringing up that observation. All of you, we are open to any question, comment, concerns, observation, recommendation about any issue.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Diouf.
Yes, Garmi, wa alaikum salam.
Li ma njëkk a wax mooy damay wax congratulation ci bu ma ñëwee Gambian Talents TV ci xar-xaram bu yees bu ma ko fekk. damay njëkk a jaajëfal ñi fi nekk ñëpp ak li may njëkk a wax benn bi bokk na xëy na Serif wax na ko boobu mooy wàllu time surtout ci li nga xam ne moo di programme si first of all ñun ñi nga xam ne ñoo am fi show ñu ñooy war a njëkk a respect time bi ndax bu fekkee yaa ngi war a am show yaa ngi ko war a def nañ wax ne time at least 1 hour wala 30 minutes war na laa fekk yow pare nga pour def show bi ba pare cameraman bi tamit li mu war a def fekk moom it def na ko ndax tamit nit ñi buñ toogee tuuti gisuñ show bi war a am te fekk time bii nga leen jox parce que léeg-léeg ku ci war a def show di nga ko dugal status wala wax ko say xarit wala jàllale ko ci mbaalu jokko yi maanaam ci réseaux sociaux yi pour nit ñi gis ko léegi buñ demee time boobu jot gisuñ la mais bi ñoom amuñ jot di la xaar mën nañ dem seeti feneen parce que léegi nekkul yow rek yaa nekk di def show wala nekkul yow rek yaa fi nekk as a media house loolu tamit buñ ci amee solution waaye solution bi du manager si rek du vidéographe si rek but even ñi nga xam ne tamit ay présenters yi lañ wala ay journaliste ñoom ñëpp am nañ ci responsabilité ku ci nekk rek li nga war a def yow xam nga ko ci loolu pour mu saafaru nga def ko ba pare benn bi ma gën a seetlu nag lañ problème la boo xam ne am nañ ko fii ci Gambian Talents TV te war nañ ci liggéey buñ as you said ne we mean serious business when we mean serious business things like this daf fi war a jógee mooy bokk na ci implementation maanaam mën nañ fi def lépp wax lii la ñuy def at the end of the day duñ ko def so bu ñu waxee te defuñ tamit bu yàggee people will not take it as serious parce que how many times do we say something how many times lañ wax li ñaata yoon lañ wax li ndax mës nañ ko def bu yàggee nit ñi sax dañ naan wax la rek dañ koy wax benn weer ñaari weer après day jeex léegi ku nekk na defaat li nga bëgg a def kon wàllu implementation bi faaw ñu gën koo tàmbali di def maanaam luñ fi wax rek ñu def ko when we mean very serious business ndax léegi media dafa advance te boo bëggee tamit bokk ci media yu ñuy coow wala nga bëgg bokk ci media yi nga xam ne fu ñu déggee ci yow xibaar dañ naan jarul ngay xooli feneen dëgg la wala fu ñu seetaanee ci yow dara dañ naan jarul nga koy wëri feneen dëgg la wala bu ñëpp waxee sax fekk waxuloo sax ñu ne déggaguma ko ci media bii de waaye su ma ko déggee foofu rek bu fekkee moo ko wax ne dëgg la donc loolu nag liggéey bu rëy la liggéey bi la nag du management yi kese du staff si kese du interne si kese waaye ñëpp la ku ci nekk rek li nga war a def nga def ko ñu joxante kàddu yooyu mais na doon kàddu dëgg ak respect beneen suggestion bi nga xam ne am naa ko nag mooy ñëw naa fekk fi kii bi suñu mën naa ko woowee studio wala whatever rafet na macha allah but man li ma doon xalaat bu fekkee ñun benn studio rek la ñu am te am nañ different sources yoo xam ne léeg-léeg dañ koy defee studio yi est-ce que ak ñi nga xam ne dañ war a def xibaar est-ce que studio bi nii léeg-léeg dinañ mën a change background bi ndax man li ma doon suggest sama xalaat rek la buñ amoon li ñuy wax fond vert maanaam mooy kii bu green boobu noonu nga xam ne buñ ko ci defoon at least soo bu mën a ñëw dinañ mën a change background bi comme que benn studio rek leen amagum ndax tamit xam naa dañ nekk di raam te bëgg nañ fi ak ay next ci ay at ci kanam mu gën a yokk ba mën nañ dem sax am suñu place boobu mais as of now comme que studio bi rek lañ amagum man dama doon xalaat dañ ko waroon a def nga xam ne green kii bi lay nekk nga xam ne soo bu mën a am rek mën nañ change background bi every show rek ñu change background bi loolu daal laa gis jërëjëf.
Thank you very much for both of the suggestions that you gave. Yofi timing bi ni ko waxee Sheriff wax na ko and du ma ci delluwaat. The second thing you link it with is implementation. And man, I am an action-oriented person. And that is why su ngeen seetee ñaar ñetti meeting yu passé ni yëpp I talk for a certain time, I time myself. So I stop and I open the floor to either the managers or to you guys to comment. So those 2, 3, 4 hours meetings we used to have, I wanted to stop. You know, I'm a very productive meeting. We have a very productive meeting and be done. Yesterday, our board meeting was very fruitful. We had a 45-minute meeting, but it was very fruitful. That is what it's supposed to be. It's not meaningful to sit 3, 4, 5 hours in a meeting. As you said, Garmi, I agree that we have a problem of implementation. So all the recommendations that we said should be implemented. And I started with that. And that is why when I told you guys I'm serious, I'm serious. If you are following this morning, I took out 2 people from the WhatsApp and Messenger because I am serious. Before I left the messages I left there, I took out 2 people because they're no longer supposedly part of us. 3 people, matter of fact. So I'm implementing what I am saying, and I would like my managers to implement. We have a checklist, managers checklist. And the managers, by the way, are going to be accounted or held accountable based on how much they have delivered on the checklist. In fact, this month, all of their salaries are affected, all of them, because of the implementation of some of the projects that are being said this month. So input determines output here. People are going to be held accountable. We had a meeting and each and every one of them signed up. So expect to my meeting guy. If they're implementing it and doing their job, I expect you guys to understand that they are doing their job. 24/7 and not doing anything. And you ask them, they said, it's not okay. It's not. Should be able to do something. So it doesn't matter whether management is having a meeting inside, they're doing this, they're doing that. You are expected to be productive when you are here. And the final thing you said, Garmi, yes, you were not here for the past 2 weeks since you came back from Dakar. I know you were sick. We don't have only that background you are seeing is just one of. We have several green screens and other backgrounds that we are going to use to alternate. We are going to design the place in several studios. Then you change and alternate. The one you see is what is there, but then if you look around, roads are going around the building. So we are still doing some renovation and modification. And yes, we have green screen and other backgrounds, matter of fact. This is where we are. I hope Lolo answers a question.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next person, I want to hear from people. Questions, comments, ideas, suggestions about anything.
Good morning, everyone. I am Musa Dahaba. Okay, my concern is about my news. Since I came back from Tabaski, I have been not doing my news, but due to some circumstances. Last time, Fatima told me I need to have a conversation with you, Mr. Ju, together with her. So I don't know whether if you can facilitate that so that maybe throughout maybe this week or next week I can able to start my project. Yes.
So what is responsible for you not doing your project?
Yes. Fatima told me I need to have a conversation with you together with her.
Before you do the news?
Huh?
Did she say we must have the conversation before you do your news?
Yes.
That's what she said?
Yes.
Okay. I will take it up with her and we will. I know we needed to have a conversation, but not to say if you come back, any of you that was doing something, I don't want to pin people down for what is past, as long as we are ready and genuinely ready to fix what is broken.
Yeah.
Most of you here, most of you had a carefree attitude at some point. Most of you were beginning to relax. Most of you were beginning to not take this serious when it comes to your attendance, your availability, your dedication and the passion and how much you have given the job and the training. If people are willing and ready to move on, we move on.
Yeah.
We want to be serious and we want everybody to be serious. We still need to have the conversation. She's right.
Okay.
We just been distracted with a lot of things. Sometimes when I call, people have gone home. I ask for some people, they are gone for the day. Sometimes people want to talk to me when I have a lot more urgent and important things to deal with the office on. We just want people to be serious and dedicated and ready to do things.
Mr. Yu? I'm around. Maybe I want to say something pertaining to what Tahaba said.
Go ahead.
So, Papa, the next time you have this wired, okay? Not this one. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yes, I think Dahaba, I am the one that told him that because sometimes we as management, we feel that people will just come and give us ideas. And at the end of the day, they will sit there. Because I said it, if any of us want to move to another level, it's not just to give us idea. If you just come, you say, I want to just read news. News is not just like that. You go and read standard newspaper. You go and read, let's say, Fatu Network or any media house. You just come and say, Foreya, reported by Foreya. You have to go on the ground and bring that story. So some of us, we don't do any work, sorry to say. And it's very disheartening if you say that. Some people will say, why man mangi try. The try has to be you going out and look for news and you come. That news, you summarize it the way you want it. I hear people telling us, okay, we want to have screen, we want to have see ourselves on the background and all of those. The likes of Musa don't now have time. Mr. Juf have his own projects that are based in America, that are funded in this institution. Here in Gambia, people go out for coverage. What do they give you? 400, 300. I didn't see any coverage that we have given $1,000. Kurbari, I don't know whether if she is here. Yesterday, day before yesterday, she went for a training. When she came back, they give her only 600 for 2 days. For 2 days. So if any of you want to do any program, you have to be on the ground. Just like I will tell Maimuna. I said, even if you want to do certain things, you have to learn how to do it. Like the technical side, you as the journalist, you have to learn how to do it. I was with Awa and Kurbali last week, and it was raining heavily. We have to go to Gina Bas to interview. I was the one doing the camera work. No camera person was in the office. So certain things, if you want it to be, okay, I want somebody to help me, it will be very difficult because our hands are full. Our hands are full, and some of you, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, come, I'm going home. You will leave us with all the editing, all the job. Who will do it? Today, some of you did not see Lamin Sise. He sent a message. He is sick. Last week, some of you did not see Sanyang. He is sick. Some of us, we will come to the office. The next minute, message you will say, tonight, you have to go to place A or B or C. So if I am to sit down and do your own projects, that will not be fair with me. So I want all of you, if you sit, sometimes we sit, we always say car is a problem. You are doing news. Go out, you yourself on the field. Interview people. People don't need to see you. It's only a camera you need. Take camera, give the person mic and interview the person. Nakala you on the day deme. Go to the driver, the save the garage. Go to the market. It's raining season. Bring stories that people want to see. But if you just go and then sit whole day and research, what do you research? news, where standard newspaper. At the end of the day, before you are done, it's 4 o'clock. You come, pam, 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 let's do the news. You sit, we do the news for you. The next minute, who will edit it? At night, the person that stay here at night, Sanyang is the one that sleep here at night. Now, Adamaso is not here. Sanyang whole night until 2 a.m. You will see him send message to the group. Message, if I edited this, please confirm. So we have to be realistic to one another. And some of the young ones that are doing filming, I think now is the time you guys have to help the likes of Dahaba to do their news. This is where you build yourself. Go and tell Dahaba, you want to do green, we even make it easy. Now you don't even need green screen. This, what is it called? These TVs you are seeing, you can see everything at your behind. Let's say you want to do agriculture. This screen, Musa can bring agriculture thing for you. And you have it, just like what Senegal do. We do that. Mr. You've sent this TV is very expensive. We paid somebody, my very own cousin, to come and fix it. The whole of last week, Musa was supposed to go home. Ida was supposed to go home. We were all here for the guy to fix it. We didn't leave this place till 11 at night. That's the time we left this place. The guy have to even come back. People are telling us they are not free. So I want all of you to understand our situation. Most of you go home. If you go home, we are the only ones that are here. The whole of last week, I didn't see her go home. She have a house, she have a family, but we are sacrificing so much. But some of us, you will come, you give us 188 projects, or Fatu is doing something. And sometimes you will hear me and Mr. You will say, develop project, you malawa, develop. People will come and give you projects. People don't want to come. And then they themselves, they go in the internet and learn how to do ABC. Now you see what we are doing. You see the what is it called? Internet. Everything is connected. We wired everything. Musu is here. Musu last week, or I think it was on Monday. Did you guys spend time when you were doing it? Less than few minutes, and Musu did not even do anything. I see her, she sit on her chair. I said, Musu, now you need to look at anything. The cameras are all set in the studio. Musu just create her template and then just air. Pam, you bring Isa to call you bring what is her name? Maimuna Jaju. You just send, you do it. Every day we are initiating, every day we are thinking. We are young people, but also we are also full of things. Some of us, 3 o'clock, Pam, I am going, and you leave us with your project. When Mr. Youth project is the ones that is funding this institution, it will be difficult. Very, very difficult. Sometimes, like today, I sit in the morning, I learn that there is a strike. Some of you will come. Last week, I think I was talking to somebody. Soon, I'm not even here. I'm going to call the office, but they will not even tell you. But they will come to the office until they are seated here, and then they want to tell you that. When by the time you reach there, it is gone. What will you do? What will you do? Some of them here are they. Some of us, I call you personally, you don't pick the call. Some of you, you don't even want to talk to Fat. We are given responsibility. It's not easy. It's not. It's really difficult. So the young videographers, now we set the studio very comfortable. Very comfortable. The cameras are here. The Canon cameras, 2 of them, the batteries are not going now. Who know who spoiled it? Nobody know. 2 of them, I think Danjo, you are the one that told me that yesterday. Yes, 2 of them, they are not going. Nobody will tell you. Last week, Danjo, you were to go to program. I think you came, you said all the batteries are low battery. Who are the ones who should charge it? Some of us, we go to coverage. Hi, office, we don't worry. How will Musa come and check this Canon cameras? So we have to be fair. Soon table is full. Sometimes Mr. You will tell us, they want to japale hale, they want to japale hale, or they want to japale internship. Sometimes we cannot japale. The all of saying nimal na si fake aloha baram. When I have my own table, we should help one another, and we are here to help. Thank you.
Okay, so it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street, and we must make a concerted effort. By default, I come back to let's learn. We need to learn. We need to learn new skills. We need to innovate. We need to learn new skills. There is everything possible for you to be able to learn. There is everything possible to help you to learn. And you need to make a concerted effort to learn new skills. So whether it is news or people doing other things, Pato is right. Just yesterday, matter of fact, I received a message from somebody who sent me information. I sent it to Fatu and them. I'm not even sure, they are very busy. I'm not even sure if it's been given to anybody to actually process. Let me see here. Yes, Fajikunda. This video, I'm not sure if you are able to see this. This video, cameraman, can you?
I give it to Maimuna for her to do, but unfortunately, Ministry of
project.
Health had a program, so she has to go there.
This is in Fajikunda. Some of you probably live in Fajikunda. If I can be sent this all the way from Fajikunda, so you see, right? It's unfortunate that this is what we have to deal with. You've seen it, you hear it. For some of you, now it is affecting everywhere. Traffic is bad everywhere. There are so many problems, accidents all over the place, stealing everywhere. You can go out and get these news. Not only that, we've been covering a lot of things. Why would you go to Standard and say, okay, newspaper be new bin nangam, when we were at the same event last week when President Barrow did his 10,000 youth rally in Banjul, we were there, we covered it. SFL did his announcement, we were there and covered it. All the major events that were happening in the country. So you should cover events, you need to event cover, I'll be a standard code, a nil code, gain code fee, when your own institution covered it and the content is there. You can watch that and bring your story out of it and have the editors cut that for you. Cut the part that you are reporting. Instead of just talk like kasi drunk kafo nyineket. Liye bidu yu itakalede. We go out in the field, get dirty, get our hands dirty. When I go out in the field, I go all the way. When Fatu goes out in the field, she does that. When Ida goes out in the field, she does it. So do talk to the studio direct. Among the wadam mati. Dem ki tere bi daki am solo. However, you can still start with what you are doing, but we would want you to take it to the next level. Musa. Next person. Any other question, concern?
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah. Mr. You've done your.
Yes, Mr.
What I want to ask you is that if we can have a second Slim studio, that might be helpful, for airing, and if other people are doing their programs, then you'll see there'll be no delay of airing programs too. That's what I want to ask. I know it might be expensive, but that's what I'm asking.
So, over and over, I've had meetings with my management, and we've decided that we don't need a second Sling studio. We have the equipment. I just said it a while back that we have the equipment to air 5 different programs at the same time, simultaneously, at the same time. The challenge that we have, to the best of my knowledge, and maybe the management can shed light, is internet. Reliable internet and good internet. We've tried all that we can. The dongle that we have, or the internet router that we have that is stable and works, is not available. The box is not available in the Gambia. When Mohamed Gami was coming from Senegal, ask him. I sent him money from here to buy that dongle in Senegal. They said it's available there. Unfortunately, the one they have in Senegal is an unlocked one, and we didn't want to take the risk to buy it, and it comes to Gambia, they cannot unlock it there because they are very expensive. Jeremy had to bring that money back. I gave him money to buy 3 of them. 3. He had to bring that money back to the Gambia. So the problem we have is not Sling Studio. The problem we have is internet. The routers are not available in Gambia, unfortunately, the good ones that we need. If you guys, any of you sees it on sale anywhere, you can ask Musa or Fatu. If you see it on sale anywhere, you let us know. but they are not available in Gambia right now. So we are making a concerted effort to be able to air different projects. Right now, as we speak, we are able to do it on Saturday. They aired either, and then we are live as our first project. Other people were live at Barrow's project. Lamin Sise was live at Barrow's project. So it's not impossible. But you can see the problem that they have or the challenge they have of internet connection. It's unfortunate but thank you. So Sling Studio is now what we need. We have the equipment. We have ATM switcher. We have the ATM mini switcher. We have I'm forgetting them now, but we have like 5 different equipment that we can use to air 5 different programs at the same time. The next question, comment, concern.
Well, Mr. Diouf.
Wow,
maanaam ci wàllu kii bi news yi mooy xibaar yi. Comme like waaw li nga wax dëgg la loolu duñ mën di jëlee toujours ci ay standard wala yeneen newspaper mën nañ dem di ko jëlal suñu bopp ci fil bi but pour man tamit ba foofu suggestion bi ma am mooy bu fekkee Moussa Dahaba moo war a def news wala keneen moo war a def news defe naa ne Moussa Dahaba rek moom mënul nekk everywhere pour mën a parce que tey nekkul benn event rek la mën a jël pour def si news parce que defe naa news mën nga jël yeneen different stories te stories yi ngay jël noonu defe naa du nekk benn place so te Moussa Dahaba fooguma wala keneen dina mën a nekk everywhere pour man news bi is an institution te bokk na ci information moo li ëpp solo ci media information ci la bokk defe naa ne muy man sax su waree ma génn man dem ci fil bi wutali ko moom génn dem wuti man kii story bu mu ñëwee moom mu joxe ko keneen defee ko feneen su ko defee da nga gis ne newsam bi moom it dina ko mën a def te du rely ci benn media outlets moo xam standard wala leneen ak leneen muy news bu mënti doon ku ko def ci pël ci wolof waaw boobu question boobu laa am.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me come in there, right? What you just said is exactly what we used to do a while back. You are very right. And if you hear what I said a while ago, we cover events. The same news that you read from Standard and all those places, these are things that we ourselves cover something. Why do you think you need to read that from Standard to give that credit to Standard report? When we were there, we covered it. However, another thing that has happened in the past that people stop, maybe it's Moussa Dahaba's time. When Lamin used to do the news, the Mandinka news, when Kaditure used to do the Mandinka news, you guys used to do voiceovers for each other and like work together in producing the news? That Kadi talk.
Yeah, that is what we always do by then.
So Moussa Dahaba, I think, was taught the same way to have done the same thing, and it's not only Moussa Dahaba. News. We work together as a team. We produce the news. We get voice over done. Kadi today will have what are the news? 3 of them. Kadi Swane will do voice over for Kadi Ture. Lamin will do voice over for her. They work together in producing that news. And it's not still impossible for Moussa Dahaba to work together with, let's say, Sariba, with Kamara, with Kadi Ture, and all of you. So Kadi, I want to ask you, Ale Murunje, I want to ask you, Kadi, for you to go back to that level and you guys work together in making it happen. We look at the different news items that are coming. And I said this to Aissatou Koli, by the way, we are making a lot of changes to the institution. You guys have a teleprompter there. Do we know what a teleprompter is?
Yes.
Do we know what a teleprompter is? Others, I want everybody else to answer. Do we know what a teleprompter is?
Yes. If you don't know, say I don't know, and it's good. You learn something new. It's a message you everybody know.
Okay. So we have a teleprompter that is to be used to do this news and stuff. We have all the equipment. iPads in uniform. Musa had already just downloaded the software on the computer. It comes back to the same thing that we are saying. Honest. Yen Altul Ale Pareka Karang. Why would Musa Jata be the only one that could learn these skills? Mota Muigena progress. while most of you are where you are. All these things are there. So Musa operate. And unfortunately, Musa is very busy now with a lot of projects. Ida is very busy with a lot of projects. They don't have the time to do so. So Musa operate, can operate, can see a munut ko janga. Ken wahut Musa mu janga lolu suma sene equipment. I challenge everybody to learn how to do any of these. If you come and say Auntie Fatu or Uncle Musa or Auntie Ida, whatever name you call them, I just did research on the teleprompter. Can I try to do that? Some of these equipment were learned by new people, new interns. Ñoo xam ne 1 month sax defuñ ko. I forgot who and who, but that interns ñoo xam ne yenn equipment yi ñoom ñoo jàngal naka lañ ko operator itul la karang ikaw operate ñame ñoom ñu jàngal ñeneen ñi including managers. Interns ñu jàngal ñeneen ñi including managers. If you see the equipment, if you see things that are there, learn how to operate it. Challenge yourself to do so. If you are responsible enough and you know how to do it, it's more power to you. So we must learn to work together as a team. Whether videographers, whether journalists, whether graphic designers, we need to work together as a team to produce content. And not only am I talking about the Mandinka group here, you are the full of news. All the people doing news in different languages, therefore, a uniform. The same news being read in English. We are looking for an editor. Until this morning, I was texting with the editor, the person that was going to come in. The person came, we had a meeting, we agreed on terms, and we're supposed to do this. Man, I get very busy. For build a contract for the person, I couldn't. Eventually, I asked the person to write the contract and bring it, and then we leave text money. Unfortunately, mom do communade. Dina am kuma recommend I'll put my contract for the person to take that. So we are aware of the fact that we need an editor in the office. But pending us having an editor, to do these things with the guidance and what you have. You can do it. It was getting done without an editor. Kadi, you can go ahead.
I'm done. Good one.
Yeah, can I come in? Mr. Ju, still just to respond to that, I used to see Kadi Ture, Kadi Suwane. Kadi is no more here. Kadi Ture and Kadi Suwane will be doing the news together. Kadi, and I want you to be my witness here. How many times didn't I tell you in those days, Kadi Suwane used to do the editing. And I told you, please learn from Kadi Suwane because you never know. And before I even realized it, you know how to do it. And the following week, Kadi Suwane left. Isn't that true or false? So some of you are here. And Kadi, when she was coming, she was doing journalism. But her journalism does not stop her from editing the news. All of you have to learn to do it. Some of us, we are here. When you even come, managers cannot see your face. That is true because all of us, we talk as managers and we have meetings. Some of the interns, danga even regal guy, kungawan and for AOB. One, some of them, they feel that they know it all. And somebody who feels that they know it all, nobody will be willing to tell you do A or do B. Let us be honest, including myself. Some of you, you come, we give you project, no, man, I am a project, but don't edit. Some of us, it takes us whole day. Right now, I am getting into other social media pages, other media houses, just to check what they are doing. And here it is. They are saying the President Barrow will address parliamentarians on Monday, on the 9th of September, 2021. If I didn't see this, Mr. Youth did not go to Facebook, we would never know it. And some of you will even see it. I think her name, what's her name? Fatu Kamara, you told me the last time there's a coverage. Didn't I went with you? When I was going, is that your first time for you to interview many big politicians? And I was filming together with Hazali. So the more you come and tell us projects, when we are going, we go with you. But some of us, we don't want to do anything. Some of us, it takes us 10 hours. We are downstairs having breakfast. Some of us, for us to come 10 o'clock, we don't come 10. We come 11 o'clock. So over here, you know, I'm problem in moto. Because either will text on the group, Mr. You will say, call everybody that is not coming. So if you want to come 10 o'clock, you are supposed to come 10. You didn't come 10. You wait until at 11 o'clock. You come here. When you meet managers, you need a meeting. And let me tell you how the office works. The more you work, the more you have money. Right now, if you want either to work for your own project, it's better for her to work on projects that Mr. Juf will see. It's better for Musa to work on projects that Mr. Juf will see. Some of you are here, you don't do projects on your own. Fatu Kamara, what's her name? Fatu Sanyang. Now, Mr. You've start to recognize her. You know, as a result of what? The early morning that she come. The early morning that she come. Because whenever you talk, kan mo fineka, Mr. Yuna, manala Fatu Kamara, anaka Fatu Sanyang, mo fineka. The next minute, Mr. You will say, oh, kuku mange try. The next minute, there's coverage. You tell the person go. Because early morning is the time we have coverage. Today, I sit early in the morning. A journalist at QTV called me. I will not mention the name. And said, do you protest? I said, no. Because I saw on social media that press protest regarding cost stop. So he have to give me the number of the people that are organizing the press conference. The time I call, who was here? I said to Koli. Who was here? I said to Ture. And I sent them to go out and do the coverage. So if you come late, who do you expect for them to tell you something? And what Mr. You said, just to reiterate on that, the journalism that we used to do in this office, media is all about news, yes, but not all media houses do news, especially if you know your strength. Right now, the people we have here, every one of us should do news. If this one go to Serakunda, you mobilize. You sit, you say, okay, let us give this one to be the head of the news. Okay, te yo so pare demal ma Serakunda, utal ma fadara. Yo demal ma banyo, utal ma fadara. You see people go out and come. Last, I think on Monday, what's her name? Our Gise, I told them, go ask the people. Ban project nga am, she said, amut project. Loy defuma dara. I say research about SFL. Them all outside. Ask the people, how do they see SFL stand for the presidency? The next minute they went, before you know it, the video is already 500 views. And I told her, when I was telling you, you're stress and kanami.
Thank you.
Now we don't have time to be doing that, to go through stress.
Thank you very much.
I didn't leave yesterday. I have to go back and come again.
Thank
So
you.
some of you that are here, please be willing. Ñu leen ñu def ko group. Ñi suñ demee tabokoto ñi dem li. So leen pare yow nga xam ne mënuloo voice comme man. Whenever it comes to English voice over, I tell Ida def ko loolu sa strength la. And whenever it comes to all of me, ma def ko. Whenever it comes for us to do certain things, Musa will tell me, no, Fatou, no, yow bàyyi kii mu def li, bàyyi kële mu def lele. That's how we work. So yéen ñi bëgg a def news, yéen ñi war a ñëw together. Ngeen toog ngeen agree, okay, every Monday ak Friday rek ngeen start up news bi. And different
So
from that,
let me come in here and we'll move away from that. I had assigned Isa to Poli over and over and over again to champion that meeting, to mobilize all the people that are doing news in different languages. She hasn't put it together. I know she's not here right now, but then I've asked her to do so. So this coming week, I have an event this weekend. But this coming week, I'm saying it, I would like to meet with all of you that are doing different languages, whether it's Mandinka, Wolof, Fula, Jola, Sarahule. We need to have a meeting this coming week. So you guys mobilize it, talk to Fatu, and then we come up with a day and time next week, right? Right? Yes. One thing that I forgot to mention is that we are working on a graduation. I've said it last time, and hopefully by the time we do it, some of you might still be here because you came in February or thereabout. But those who were here last year and all the previous batches, we are having a graduation. And it is scheduled for, if all things work well, October 29th, I think, the last weekend of October. And everybody who passed through here as an intern, including those that are staff right now, will be in that graduation. And moving on, it is what you deliver is what is going to see you. When I say everybody, I mean those who fulfilled it and they finished their internship. That's who I'm talking about, not those who left in inappropriate ways or without finishing it. So be aware of that. October 29th. We are very busy with so many things at this point. So any other question, comment, concern from anybody? Any question, comment, concerns? None of you have anything to say, right? Okay. Well, my takeaway message from each and every one of you. This is not a place where we escape it. Takeaway message from people.
Takeaway message?
Yes.
Yeah, but before the takeaway message, I think I came late. Can I have the mic again? Nobody up there. Excuse me. That's my work. That's the work that I am entitled to do. Because at the end of the day, when things go wrong, I would answer all questions. I came right now. I was checking the decks over there. I saw only 3 phones out of all the people that are here. Now, where are our phones? Yeah. Okay. All right. So the other thing, I had clarified that. She said she moved the space where they normally put it. So the other thing that is our internet. Some of us here are connected to our office internet. And let me tell you, if you see Musa, Ida Kebe, Lamin Sise, Ibrahim Sanyang, in as much as I don't get along with all these people, it's only Musa that is my friend and Lamin. But Ida and Sanyang do Nejubo. But I have never, ever saw them do any misleading thing in this office. Do you know I closed this store that used to have so many things that Mr. You've don't want even people to use, and I keep it. And I would leave the key at my desk. And you know what I do? I'm not going to say it. The next minute I will come to the store, nobody will open it. Some of us are here. Let me give you a story. We used to have somebody that worked for us. Because I don't work at night, he works at night. And the person will go and bring Janghami to Sunbir office. Did have whatsoever. And I am on Facebook and I am saying this. At the end of the day, that is how the person loses his work. This is honesty. Some of you are here, you go out, other people criticize Gambian network. Our network is very poor. It is only this orange internet. Right now, I see Fatmata connected to it. It's only this orange network. You connect, you don't have any problem. And this network, even to have it, this one, I think Mr. You've explained how he go through Garmi. And I even go through my cousin as well for the person to fix it. Before we know it, I give it to Musa and Musa said, port the funde neka loda fayaho. I didn't see any of the media houses that are using this, if not iAfrica, I think. But all other media houses, they are not using it. And it's expensive for us to buy. Some of you, because our wireless is connected directly on open, because we did it open. Because the more you put it open, the better it is. So now you will want us to start the bond. You will want us to start being bad. You start the deaf password. Because it's open. You talk. Some of you are talk free. You download tech. Last week, I showed somebody her messages and her boyfriend, sending her ABOC. I showed her. I said, hold on. And the person said, okay. I said, next time, anybody we met that connect to the office wireless, that very day, the moment even Idala, Musala, or anybody meet you connected, that day is your last day at Gambian Talent. We don't want to even have negotiation. I will not even take it from Mr. Juf. That one, we will not condone it. Imagine all the interns are now connected to the wireless. Some interns. Sometimes a day you are airing here, you see poor. Yesterday, somebody was passing and telling Lamin, he said, sa internet, poor. Somebody told Lamin, he said, then you were here when the person told that to Lamin, he said. We have internet, free internet. All managers are connected to the tech internet. It's free. We are giving that internet free. But that is the one that all of you are able to use and research. When we started at first, Ida and her colleagues, they never have any internet to research. So len toge ngene na yeseta Mr. Ju video yum defon ku ngeen jangé ci fa fekk ngeen am internet. If we only have this QCell internet, we would not have been able to do all of these things. So I'm appealing, anybody I catch, I told you, man bandila. Me, I am bandy. I know all the bandy things that people do. And you cannot run away from me. And anybody we met that connect to our internet, and I'm saying this again, that phone, you will not have it. We can go to any police station. We will take it there and this is not in our office laws. It's not okay. You are streaming and you are having difficulty. You are seeing network. Some people will even write to our page and say, send connection is never good. Go and look for another platform. Because the people you are with, they are connected to your own internet. Why? And either give me a complaint, Mr. Juf, allow me, because I came late. Said some of you are saying, either I'm going to use ABC office. Let me say this. Either Idala or Musa, anybody you see go with the office phone, the office personal office phone, to their houses. Or you see them, they take anything that belongs to the office. Know that they didn't take it because they want to take it. All of them, they take permission from me. Sometimes it does not even get to Mr. Juf. Sometimes we have certain things in the office, and I feel that this is good for somebody. I say, yo, generally, I think day before yesterday we were parking and somebody said Libana ko Yusuf Ndur, and Lamin said, okay, let me just write Yusuf Ndur's name because I easily forget. Kadi is here. I think day before yesterday I said Piklen Lolen Buga. We have an office bohamne. Anything we have, we don't take it and give it to ourselves. Manager yun they're not selfish. They don't even take things for themselves. So why you know la kid of their try, nenko joki. So some of you are here, you buga di compete, bulen def lolo. Gis ka so buge janga, dang den nangu. I think you sit here yesterday, you see my former boss, 73 years, he visited me in this office. As a result of what discipline, I'm not saying I'm disciplined, but some boss, chair. Some of you are here, you manipulate as well. Some people, their families call me. We don't want to get to a result of calling families. I am appealing, especially the ladies. You said you only have 1 day off at Gambian Talent. Some families will believe that it's not realistic. Even me, I off on Saturday and Sunday.
I have addressed some of those things. As you said, you came late. I want to emphasize the idea of I'm not spending too much time on the meetings for us so that we go back to the other things. So what she said about the internet, I left that voice message in the group the last time I said it. Whoever is caught connected to the internet, just pack up your things and go. Just pack your things and go. Any of you that is caught connected to the internet, just pack up your things and go. Thank you. Take away message, please. Take away message, and because there's a lot of people, I will excuse those who already said something. Garmi is excused, Danjo is excused. Those who didn't say anything, those are the ones I want to hear.
Good morning, Mr. Juf.
Good morning.
Okay, the takeaway message I have for today's meeting is it is a collective responsibility for all of us to come together, work as one people in order to see the institution move forward. Thank you.
So how come you didn't say that until I said takeaway message? You have to wait.
For the takeaway message. Good morning, Mr. Juf.
Morning.
My takeaway message is that for all of us to take our shows seriously and give out our times.
And what happens if you don't do that? What happens if you don't do that?
You're gonna take our shows from us.
The next person.
You see, our office, the way it is moving, I don't like it. Just a mic for somebody to talk, you don't do it. And the next minute they feel like you won't get confident. If I am going, I go with the person. The mic, Mr. Duke is sitting and people are watching at you. Anytime you go for coverage, I also feel the same thing. You tell people interview. What is that? Let somebody just take and you talk. Give it to Bintu. We start with Bintu and then it goes like this. It already started. Okay, let me pass for you. Okay, Ida, then what happened?
Well, Mr. Juf, good afternoon.
Yes.
Suma takeaway message mooy input determine output because nit loo munti def rek danga si war a déggu ak nit loo munti sign ak borom danga war a xam ne sa kàddu nga joxe so ak lu munti doon danga ko war a fulfill.
Thank you.
Mr. Juf, this is our chance.
Okay.
My takeaway message is that we should be consistent and should be here on time always.
English la wate Wolof la laka.
Yes. Me, I interview everybody in Wolof.
Mr. Youth, jërëjëf, good afternoon. Is Fandu Rocky Rocky. Suma takeaway message mooy maanaam mooy dañu war a we should be loyalty to ourselves, we should be honest to ourselves comme loo ko waxee ni xam nga Or all of this. So come they wanna we should be honest to ourselves, xam nga, ñu honest to the office tam nga comme lu gaay bañ buñ def loolu no xam nga. Lu gaay bëgg ñu def lu nga gis whatever we want then ko am inshallah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ju. My takeaway message is that we should be committed and hardworking.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Ju. Okay. My takeaway message is as an intern, we need to learn from the manager so that we can achieve more.
Give it to her. My takeaway message that Nakalawad, Sirif is your assistant training, on the training right now. Because I was watching the meeting. I
Dear Mike, hold the mic up. I didn't hear what you said.
Then you say congratulations. Congratulations, Sirif.
You say what now?
Like now, Sirif is your on the train assistant for now.
Okay. And why is that so? Why is that so? Let me answer that question.
And determined and hardworking and respectful.
Okay.
Yes, what I have learned is we have to work together in order to take Gttv in another stage. Thank you.
What assignment are you given? What is your assignment?
You asked me to join the news team, especially Maninka News, in order to make it successful.
I want you to lead and train them as to how you guys used to do it.
Okay.
To lead and train them.
Okay.
Ye bambu nyameng, then la board, then I in la bambu, nga bambu len do right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Seiko. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ju. It's Seku speaking. Now I'm Mr. Doga for Walanko, Nakata, Nanji, but it's basically leave no Cairo corner. Because be a more clue different way, ela corracono. So now not I'll put that black in them, I'll be venue, party genio, pra alcita no, no one thing, at a better. It does not mean, Kanaka dollar. No, okay, I will live like in peace.
Okay, assalamualaikum, Mr. Diouf. Okay. Ba li ma doon yokk rek mooy comme ñu gën a góorgóorlu te xam li ñu fi indi xam ne dañu bàyyi suñu waajur yi suñu njaboot yi te ñëw fi kon Mr. Diouf.
Wow, so du yokk su doo yokk la bi nga commencé laa ne ku bugg a yokk dara waxuloo ne da ngay yokk léegi loo jàng ci li ma wax liñ jot a wax loo ci jàngee su dee yokk la bi nga waroon a yokk du léegi dama joxe micro bi ay yoon ne kan moo bugg a yokk dara ku ci bugg a ñambaas parewuloo woon a ñambaas léegi lan nga jàng ci discours biñ am ci discours bi loo ci jàng.
Monsieur Diouf ma li ma jàng mooy comme ñu góorgóorlu liggéeyu mbooloo daal mooy doole loolu laa si jàng.
Okay, merci.
Good afternoon to you all. I'm doing for the Siala bag because beautiful. I'm doing for mbawala comme ça nga pare ka karandal. Aning nga try nga punctual,
Mr. Diouf, Monsieur Kevara.
Yes, Monsieur.
Waaw suma takeaway message bi mooy comme si mbiri internet bi. So foog naa ne man moo xara moo si suma boppa jarul may wax keneen. Because man moo xaw ma sax nu dee connecté si wifi. Man suma phone bi WhatsApp rek laa dee use. So foog naa ne comme la gannaaw fii nit ñi dañ bëri always da ngeen ko dee buddi wax nii ñu ngee connect. Léegi foog naa ne su fekkee ne comme jàppa ngeen koo xam ne dafa connect ngeen wax borom moo gën because ñeneen dañoo feel bad man sax dama feel bad su ñëw wax na comme like half of the numtaraati sax intern wala staff yi ñu ngi connect foofu te fekk man sax xam naa ne nekk ma di connect foofu waaw so loolu laa bëgg a yokk daal pare beneen bi comme gannaaw léegi numtaraati sax GTV bu ees leen amee
so waaw so foog naa ne comme la léegi nit ñi dañ war a ceeñ comme ñu ba wàññi comme nuñ meloon daal bàyyi boole wante bi bàyyi mer bi comme da ngaa gis fii na ngaa wax ni dara sax mu mer dem boole la so foog naa loolu léegi dañ ko war a bàyyi ñu nekk benn liggéey waaw.
jërëjëf let me
si wax bi ñu ne ñu bari nag ñëpp and képp koo xam ne man jàpp naa people are here képp koo xam ne jàpp naa xamal ne Mr. Diouf na xamal ne on a yes I talk to everybody yes.
Let me say this, right? Musu soose yi ñu ne ni man kuke kuutee la dégg nga soose waaw loolu lan la miin ni man kuke kuutee la lan la miin hello, can we listen to Musu please? Can we listen to Musu please?
waaw comme nu ma ko munti wax si olof mooy comme soo defu dara suñ waxee sax comme wax bi nekkul sa bos.
waaw soo defu dara warul la warulooy jaaxal warul la defen warulooy feel otherwise ni ko Fatou waxee is the fact ñi connect si internet bi xam nañ seen boppa am na certain times yoo xam ne dina am yu ñoo wax ñu mention tur su ngeen bàyyee xel liñ dee def mooy ñi def lu baax dinañ tudda seen tur pour ngeen jàngee si ñoom waaye ñi nga xam ne liñ def naka su dul noonu la lu si bari duñ dee tudda gaay seen tur yi kon ñi fi connect yëpp xam nañ seen boppa ñenn ñi habin adresse benn yoon ñaari yoon ñetti yoon am na si ñoo xam ne man sama boppa adresse ñu si bari Fatou adresse na leen wala yeneen manager si and until last week bi ma dugal loolu si groupe bi dafa am ko jàppa ba adresse ko wax ak moom to ñi ko def amal nañ seen boppa loolu la beneen bi li nga wax noonu ñu Gttv ñu ak xool moo si am but yes since ñu Gttv la man li ma bugg rek ñëpp ibbi seen boti ñu pare pour jànga ñu pare pour liggéey ñu nekk si jàmm ak salaam dellu si kafakre ak lifin mer bi ñu bàyyi ko bàyyi gëddante di xasan añante we all be focused and be at the same place so loolu du luñ war a wax kenn du luñ war a ñaan kenn we just supposed to do it. Anybody else?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Juf. This is Fat Kamara speaking. My takeaway message is in as much as we are all human beings, we should all try and work hand in glove because I believe that this is not a personal responsibility but collectively. So we should work hand in glove to make this television station to go another level. And also I had a concern, but it escapes my mind. It's now that I remembered on that day when we were on the ground doing an interview, Vox Pop, about Esa Fal's presidency. Someone asked me because I approached him and I told him that I want to interview you. But then what he asked me is my press card. Where is your press card? Even though I'm holding a mic. So I want to know where the press card issue is now, the stage it is, whether you are processing it or it been stopped for a while. I just want to know the stage it is.
The press card is here. Everything is here. Now it's for you guys to help me. I am full face na. Danga ñew ma ngi liggéey nga tok suma bor man ta ma jox la benen computer nga wacca sa suuf nga dem ñu printal la ko nga indi ko mu simple. So ñewuté ci man suma bor dama faté. I have 188 things. So pare ñewal and then I would make sure I check it and then su ko defé yow nga help ma ci check bi su ko defé nga am ko dé nga. Yes, so danga am lo bëgg.
Fatou, it's not the responsibility of anybody to check to make those press cards.
No,
I've said it before. Let me say this. Yes, whether the printing or anything, it is not their responsibility. Because I have said before, I have given those. I have said that to you and all of you in the past. It's not negotiable. We need to get the press cards printed. Responsibility. However you are going to handle it, to get everybody's press card printed, it needs to be printed. And before the end of this week, that needs to be done. Right? Before the end of this week, that needs to be done. Do you hear me?
Yes.
I am talking to Fatu and the manager.
Yeah.
It's not for you to respond, it's for Fatu and the manager.
Yeah.
Okay. The press card should be prepared before the end of this week.
All right.
Thank you. Okay.
Can you say something?
Wow.
Then I have a suggestion, but there is something I want to do. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm here.
Yeah. Mr. Diouf am maa ngi jégalu de tey wax naa lu bari mais waaw lii dama ko waaw lu ma bëgg a wax la damay bañ tamit su ma ko waxul ma wax ko feneen I think wax ko fii is okay suggestion la xaw ma nag dégg na in this institution we are not hiding anything but li ma jàpp mooy maybe am na yenn internal issue mooy comme parce que def naa suñu Wednesday meeting bi we used to address lot of things even si ñun muy man ma def jumte wala keneen def jumte wala keneen def lu mu warul def ñu war ko address like maybe tey dinañ ma woo man tey Mohamed moo def lu mu warul def ñu address ñu fii suñu yenn internal issue ñu def ko live man ma génn benn nit gis ma di ma xoolee bët bopp wala ma génn ci mbedd mi wala lépp luñ discuss fii mi ngi ci internet bi live def nañ ko live nit ñi ñu ngi koy gis parce que def naa ne man sama suggestion rek laay joxe ne man pour man de bu fekkoon ne live bi nekk amul leneen lu dul rek def ko nii est-ce que duñu doon jéem a def internet mi without ñu nekk di ko film ma loolu rek maa ngi jégalu bu baax thank you so much.
So thank you, Mohammed. Most of the time, if we have this meeting, if anything goes wrong or people that do something, we don't mention those names for the most part. ñi ñoo mention mooy ñi nga xam ne dañ def lu baax ñu màggal ñu noppuñ dara ku def lu bon the reality is moo tax nga war a bàyyi ñàkk a def lu bon yow def ci meeting nii rek ngay wax how about ñu binda special story wala def special reportage on ne diw sangam moo ñam wala diw sangam moo laal diw sangam wala diw sangam sàcca nangam wala moo def li wala moo def lele wala yóbbu la police ñu arrest and a story being written on that. So the reality is people need to be responsible. Dima wax musu keba léegi nii rek li soosey di wax ne nii man kuuke kuutee la ku deful dara waru la soo deful dara amul dara looy ragal so yéen ñëpp da ngeen war a góorgóorlu ñun ñëpp to make sure that we are doing the right thing nga xam ne suñuy wax si yow man de su ma nekkoon yéen laa wax de dinaa def kéemtalaay kàttan nga xam ne suñuy wax meeting bi naa bokk si ñuy wax lu baax si ñoom I will make sure that su ma nekkee si meeting bi dinañ wax lu baax si man and li ma leen a wax is never too late. I give an example of Ibrahima Jambang. When he was here at some point as an intern, mu am yoo xam ne like mu commencé woon di comme ni ma ko waxee si beginning bi almost all of you yéen a ngi commencé woon di relax. When Jambang was spoken to, he made a concerted effort mu ne moving on dinaa make sure ne fii ba ma jógee si institution bi nii we give prizes every month dañoo joxe prize to all the interns. Jambang made sure every month if njëkk a ñëw lateness was never on him. Most punctual, he will take it. Who cannot respect time, he will take it. Most dress code, he will take it. Prices, we will have prices every month, end of month. Jambang will go with 5 to 7 to 8 different prices. Kaditure, you were here, Lolo amna wala amut. Huh? Kadi, you were here then, right? Yes. Did that happen or no?
It did happen.
Yes. So each of you can be Ibrahima Jambang here. Ibrahima Jambang Bipinyo, he was the same age as all of you. If he can do it, all of you can equally do it. Nangen fehe ala kata nimber mol to fola ida etara mol kono mele alon ko wolle be kubeto kikan fexe len suñoy wax ci yow nga bokk si ñoo xam ne ñuy def lu baax li ñoo wax niñ recognize Sirif Konte ak ñeneen su ma doon yéen pour def but not loo xam ne dafa tax ne dama ragal pour ñu génne ma ci internet bi wala live ñu bari lu ñuy def dinañ ko adresse pour ñëpp jàngee si pour ñëpp understand pour ñëpp xam ne lii dafa wrong but do ñu mention to ñi ci def ci internet bi yes mënoon nañoo wax tuuti but mention nañ ki wax ne nañ ko naka moom daf ne in 60s ki ñu ne wax ko wax we will reserve for the personal conversation bi ñu am ak boromam o liñ am ak boromam what mooy loolu. So thank you very much. Any other comment, takeaway message?
I think it's finished unless you want to
Thank
say
you
something.
very
Okay, go ahead, give it to Maimuna. And now we read
I have a suggestion with regards to the press card, Kidonwa. So Damabuga, maybe we will appreciate it come if we have maybe this kind of because the other one is big. Yes, living with a flower. Come maybe ni. Come MD.
But lady, I also want some of you know Adamaso is not here. Huh? We don't have time to do it. We said what we are supposed to say there. Now, if you want the press card to be written Maimuna in dash, come and sit and you research how to do it. It's simple. It's only Gambian talents that give you all these opportunities. Where I used to work, no, wait, let me finish. It's only at Gambian talents. You see bosses talking to their staffs. Where I used to work, you don't even see boss at Kanama. So you wait, Garuna Baga Mutok, and the man attend meeting, Jena, Lumke, Amonica, Posam, Lufaneka. So Yensen boss, I had come in, talk and research. It doesn't take a minute. You can say what you want to say. Let me read this.
Yes, I think with the issue of press card is Adamosa was the only one doing the press card. And none of these people, unless they know how to do this press card. But also with regards to the press card, every media house you're giving your journalist press card because it is your identity and it is important. But if you said that some of them will go and sit and do the press card, how many press card? A lot of them don't know how to do press. Let us be honest with ourselves. So I think it's important for a professional person to do the press card. Press card the one that we are having, the data Yahoo, because soko dugare sabi baksa 2 or 3 weeks start the whole. So I guess the time we have to give this press card to people. Press card professional nga gis mu last long waaye suñ nekkee di wax press card ngay defa just taxale defar rek nga jox nit yi press card lool at the end of the day press card si du am sa 1 year nga gis yeneen others si ñu start di réeral seen boss because amul boom also but su amee boom at least mu am lii nii is a protection of this nga gis nga mun na téye sa press ba mu last long.
All right, Aisha Dukole, I'm going to show you guys this. No, Mr. Juf, hold on.
No, Faru.
Before Mr. Juf came to this office, and this press card is here with me for the past 6 years. 6 years, I am having it. I work at information department. Let me show you. Adama, so when he was coming here, he never knew how to do a press card. It is too
okay, Faru.
Okay, go ahead.
Faru, I agree to what they say, and I want it done the way they say it.
But Mr.
I agree to what they say. Faru, I agree to what they say. I would like it done the way they said it. I would like it done the way they said it, which is to do it professionally. It's our identity, it's our own, and whoever leaves should bring it back. So it needs to be done and done the right way. And it is what we said we are going to do. It is our responsibility. Responsibility to do it. Right? So what you're showing is true that we have that. I still have mine from 2017-16, but we need to do it that way. Right?
Yes.
Right? All right. So we need to fix it.
I don't have problem, but they have to be patient as well because I don't know how to do it.
There is no more, Faru, there is no more patient. They've been patient enough. Ida is here, Musa is here. I can name names. We can have this conversation on the side. It needs to be done. And before the end of the week, it needs to be done. Right?
All right.
Yes, thank you. It's overdue. Thank you. Any other question, comment?
Yes,
Any
I
other
think
question, comment?
there is a suggestion that was put on the suggestion box, and I want to read it.
Okay.
And the suggestion said, I have a suggestion. I had it since, but before saying things, I have to be vigilant and make sure what you are about to say is important. I know it might be a big thing, but I think is a suggestion is a suggestion. Meaning, I think it should be try and see how we can have our own car, or let me say, Gambian Talents car that we can use for important projects. I don't have the power. Sorry, it is cut off. I'm a team. I don't have the power, but if I am not, I could have done it. If I have seen other TVs with their car, I felt it's not because of jealousy, but it is a suggestion. I know it. I know before those people have their TV cars, taking them time to time. Ours too might take time, so I want us to see how best we can achieve time. An issue of computers too. Let's see it how before we can do our computers, because the computers that we have here have some misbehavior. Thank you. That's what the person say. So Mr. Juve, the person say he or she want to have her own car that is called the Gambian Talents car. So I can allow you to respond on that, and let me say something once you're done. Or can I say something before you go ahead?
You go ahead. Let's make it short, please.
Yes. Let me say this to all of you. I work for government 11 years. My office never give us car that take us home. 11 good years, Ministry of Information. Never give us car. You know what car we normally enter? One of my boss car. Then they fobante ñun. Almost nothing with dañoo fobalante. So some of you are here. Yange wadaga buga am sa own moto bula yobu kër. Even fuel, Gambian talents do not have money for fuel. People go out for coverage. Gambian talent is only phoned by Mr. Pa Usman Juf. If you are having $1 from this institute, it's from Mr. Juf. None of us is doing project that is paying us. Nobody. Since this year, the past year, it's only 110,000 I got. And that 10,000, it is because I went to a coverage and those people were happy with my work. Musa is here, Hazali is here. I think we went with Hazali and Bangura. And those people, it was, I said to colleague that was supposed to go to that program. And Mr. Juf say, yo, Demal, because yo, Demal. When I went there, because no media house was there, they bring 10,000 and give it to me. 10,000 last week, it is the time that these people call my phone and say, we need an invoice. When they call, Babuka received the call. And I say, Babuka, invoice. And they say, there are 10,000 check that they give you. And I said, Babuka, hold on, 10,000 bu happen whatsoever. If I happen to steal that money, Hanate dun majapa. And I give it to Babuka. The whole year, it's only 10,000 we receive. Nobody. The government, some of you see the minister came here. Some of you see people that know our work that we are doing. Then a single dollar do to office pay. Every month, I will calculate everything and I give it to Mr. Yu. Some of you see us having our own cars. Our cars did not come like that day.
Thank you. Thank
I
you,
work
Father.
for Gambian Talents, now getting to 8 years. No car. I used to walk barefoot, place to place.
Okay,
so
thank
some
you.
of you have their own motor. Even the media houses you are seeing, they don't have their own cars. Some
Okay,
of them,
Father. Thank you.
staff have car. Man, I sacrifice. Whenever I go to program, didn't I take you home? Hazali, didn't I take you guys near to your house? Danjo and few others. So let us appreciate what we have. Because that we have, Mr. Diouf, na family am sa amun moto, mu struggle, mu iniko. Some of you, I don't want to see it as jealousy. It's not jealousy. You are jealous of your own self. Do you work for any project that is giving us money? Ñun bala ñu dem uti ji moto. How about we
Okay, Father, let me come in, Father. Thank you. Thank you.
I have my personal computer that was sent to me recently. I give it to the media team that are going to do research. Man, I'm a computer.
Father, let me come in.
Yes.
Thank you. So everything is baby steps. And I believe whoever gave that suggestion has a good heart. Unfortunately, our reality is that we are not at that level yet. We are growing as an institution. And what you've seen today is very different. What you've seen today is very different from what you normally see here. Are people concentrating?
Yes.
I can see folks being very distracted, right?
Yes.
What you are seeing today is very different from where we were 3 months ago. Gambian science is growing and is growing very rapidly. And even our board recognized that yesterday. And all of you know that. If you miss this place 1 month, you come back, you will see a lot of changes. So we are growing as an institution, and there are hopes and wishes for all of those things to be possible. However, it's not our reality yet. We are not there yet, and we don't have the resources. As Fatu said, the institution is not bringing in money. Yet, projects that in money that is we are able to use to buy a car. Until and unless we get to that level, then you show eventually we will have our own. If it is a OB van we are talking about, if it is a regular van or bus that will be taking our staff around, we will end up having that. As Fatu stated earlier again, this is mostly coming from me and on this end, to where they can musuta talk fee ne salary, musuj ma fay salary. No single staff, and that is why luma mun rek la de wax luma promise mbuka staff promise wala intern promise ne dina la fay nangam na la fay nangam, because you are not doing it that brings in money. I would not promise to pay you $20,000 is every month, $30,000 is when you are not bringing in even $2,000. Then every month mala order halis, it doesn't matter. And that is why we don't have an editor. That is why we don't have that band you are talking about, or a lot of the things that you are talking about. However, we invest in a lot into the things that matter. So let's understand that everything is a work in progress. It's a step by step. We are looking for more resources, more computers and stuff by the day. Thank you very much. Any other question? I think that was it. Any other question, comment, or concern? Any question?
It's not going. You see, we have it going. Since yesterday, it's not going.
Okay. Any other question, comment, concern?
I have no computer.
Okay, I declare the meeting. I declare the meeting closed.
Thank you. Dapat connect na? Dede babu connect. Ami dama nga dimbali.
I officially declare the meeting closed.
Wa bulu bobu ci computer bi la liggéey. Légui have ben ci mo